While electric vehicles, especially electric cars, have only just developed and become part of a popular trend in recent years, their history stretches back further than you might think. The first electric car was built in the 1830s in Aberdeen, Scotland, and the technology was so successful that electric taxis were on the streets of London by the end of the century. However, due to the drop in oil prices, their popularity did not last and fossil fuel cars quickly took over. Many debates revolve around the topic if EV cars are worth it. Therefore, in today's video, we will take you through all the possible facts about how EV cars are worth it being in your place. So stay with us till the end of the video to find out some unknown facts. As the production of more reliable, accessible electric vehicles has become much cheaper, in addition to climate concerns and their meagre operational costs, electric vehicles are increasingly becoming widely produced and more popular. Over the next decade, we will see a dramatic increase in the number of electric cars on our roads, as well as other electric vehicles travelling on the tracks, the skies, and the sea, as vehicle petrol and diesel engines are being phased out of production and in some cases banned from sale. When we think of electric vehicles, we most often think of any vehicle that uses electricity to run instead of running on fossil fuels, gasoline or diesel. While this is quite common, the term electric vehicle or EV covers any vehicle powered by an electric motor or traction engine rather than an internal combustion engine. These include cars and electric trucks, planes, trains, boats, and 2- or 3-wheelers. As there are now estimated 1.4 billion automobiles worldwide, cars are considered the most popular type of vehicle today. Thus, an electric vehicle can be defined as any vehicle that uses one or more electric motors or traction motors for propulsion. In this video, we will use the term electric vehicle or EV to refer to electric cars. While the specifics of how an electric vehicle will operate depend on what type of EV it is, they all work the same way. All electric vehicles run on electric motors. This draws power from a pile of batteries, and in most cases, electric cars must be plugged in to recharge these batteries. In earlier iterations of EVs, these batteries were in the lead-acid category. But today, most electric vehicles will use lithium-ion batteries because they are far superior and can store more energy. 2 engines can be used, one at each of the car's 2 axles, to provide 4-wheel drive. Today, all electric motors are essentially AC. They rotate when the rotor chases an alternating magnetic field induced by the alternating current. Older electric motors were DC, brushes that used a mechanical brush to generate alternating current. These have a high failure rate that makes them unsuitable for commercial electric cars. An electric vehicle is a vehicle that runs on an electric motor instead of an internal combustion engine that generates energy by burning a mixture of fuel and gases. Therefore, the vehicle is considered a possible replacement for the current generation to address growing population, global warming, depletion of natural resources, etc. Although the concept of electric vehicles has existed for a long time, it has aroused considerable interest in the decade and environmental impacts of types of vehicles. The thought of never going to a gas station again can be so appealing. There are no unsightly roller-grilled sausages, no waiting for the pump, and no extra paying for the petrified dinosaur juice that explodes. That said, buying electricity doesn't necessarily save you money in the long run. With help from our partners at IntelliChoice, we were able to compare the 5-year cost of ownership of electric vehicles with their gas-powered equivalents, from the Hyundai Kona to Mini Hardtop to the Volvo XC40 and a pair of 4-door Porsches. Maintenance costs, fuel costs and depreciation played an important role in how much you will pay. And of course, there's the sticker price. While electric vehicles typically cost more than comparable scooters, the number is closer when considering the tax credits. Promoting a sustainable lifestyle by reducing our carbon footprint continues to gain momentum. From switching to renewable to reusable materials to cleaner means of transport, switching to an electric vehicle for near-zero emissions also seems like a good idea. Converting to electric mobility isn't just about buying an EV. It is a partnership between the manufacturer, the customer, and the local government. automakers must build an EV powertrain that offers a good range at affordable prices. Authorities must provide the necessary charging infrastructure, and the customer must decide to adapt their lifestyle. There is a growing awareness of the need to reduce our own fossil fuel emissions, as evidenced by the poor air quality in most of India's metropolitan cities. While personal vehicles are not the primary contributors to the problem, as some may have you believe, they are part of the overall problem. As such, they are adopting electric vehicles as the primary mode of transportation for most people, and it would be a welcome step. While electric cars have been available in a limited capacity in India until now, more and more electric vehicles are expected to be introduced soon. The initiative is led by the legendary British car brand MG Motor, whose second product in India will be the ZS EV, a long-range electric SUV. The MG electric SUV should offer a claimed range of over 400 kilometres on a full charge. As the government launches infrastructural and industrial support for the electric vehicles, MG will offer fast charging stations and wall chargers in the home of those who want to buy the ZS EV. Using a fast charger, the ZS EV can be charged from 0 to 80% in just 40 minutes, while a home box charger will only take 6 hours for a full charge. As more and more charging stations are installed across the country with faster chargers in MG centres, the ZS EV will also be a great car for a road trip. For the average intra-city trip, a single charge may be sufficient for several days. New electric vehicles like the MG electric SUV will also not take away the fun of driving. An electric powertrain provides immediate throttle response, and the underlaid torque surge makes it easier to overtake other vehicles on the road. Electric vehicles also provide a more serene experience, as the electric powertrain is virtually silent, especially compared to the distant clank of the diesel-powered car. Currently, long-range electric vehicles have a slightly higher price tag, but the government is already offering various benefits to make them more affordable. These would also offer savings in terms of energy cost, as electricity is much cheaper than fossil fuels like gasoline and diesel. The new electric vehicle offerings will come with extensive warranties for a healthy ownership experience for first-time users. If you've gotten this far, be sure to smash the subscribe button for more awesome content. Now, let's talk about energy efficiency. Energy efficiency refers to the amount of energy from the fuel source that is converted into actual energy to power the wheels of a vehicle. EVs are much more efficient than conventional gasoline cars. AEV batteries convert 59 to 62% of the vehicle's energy into motion, while gasoline vehicles convert only 17 to 21%. This means that charging the battery of an AEV serves more to power the vehicle than to refuel at the gasoline pump. Going further, reduced emissions include reduced fuel consumption is another benefit for all electric vehicles. Because they rely on a rechargeable battery, driving an electric car does not create tailpipe emissions, which constitute a significant source of pollution in the United States. Plus, the rechargeable battery means a lot less money spent on fuel, meaning that all the energy can be produced locally and often from renewable resources such as solar panel systems. Improved battery technology in today's lightweight AEVs means they can travel 100 miles while consuming only 25 to 40 kilowatt hours of electricity. Assuming your electric car can travel 3 miles per kilowatt hour, the electric vehicle can travel around 43 miles for $1. In comparison, if we assume that gasoline costs $2.50 per gallon, then an average gasoline vehicle with 22 miles per gallon fuel mileage will only be able to drive 10 miles for the same price. All electric vehicles are also high-performance vehicles whose engines are quiet and smooth and require less maintenance than internal combustion engines. The driving experience can also be fun, as AEV engines respond quickly, making them responsive with good torque. AEVs are overall newer than their gasoline counterparts and are often more digitally connected, with charging stations offering the ability to control the charge from an app. If you are looking to switch from fossil fuels to electric mobility, then the opportunity is finally here, with the right kind of electric vehicles hitting the Indian market. Models like the MG ZS EV offer a level of comfort, performance and safety familiar with regular cars, making it much easier to go green. You may enjoy this video here. Until next time, thank you for watching.